it Showmaker or Lucid, early 2v2 or bust. And I guess aiming can carry, but aiming on Jinx, I have to see it before I believe we'll get as much experience as possible.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting a lot of experience. He's gonna hit level 2, and let's see if they've got it. Can Poppy do it in 2025? That was a nice stun to stop the Q on the wave. A bit of damage comes in. Owner, though, not quite able to tank it up, but there it is, the flash, and the 4th shot from Guma will get the kill on the Shu, who, as you mentioned before, just gonna farm up the wave. Meanwhile,
look for another one.
And, I mean, he doesn't have flash this time, right? But bit of damage comes in. They're not 100% committing just yet, but the Q's gonna hit 2. But now that's the Q down. Owner gonna eat a turret shot, and Sion doesn't really have a lot of damage to trade back. They're just kind of playing with the Sion underneath this turret. The Q is pretty good, but it's not good enough. And Guma picks up a 2nd kill. Green carry as the guys with the deep champion pools, especially because these are just best of 3s now. You know, we don't have to dig too deep. We don't have to go too crazy, but certainly this is something that Guma has played many a time and is very comfortable on. As we do have the root here onto Beryl. He is totally caught. It might be a 3rd for Guma. Instead, they'll just give that one to Faker. You know, Guma missed the 3rd shot, so Faker's like, yeah, now I deserve it. I'll take it down. But more importantly than the pick on a Beryl, it just means a free dragon here for T1. And they're really stacking up some of these early wins for their team right now.
Also takes, that's good actually. Owner doesn't have smite, so if that splash damage could have actually realistically taken.
Yeah, but he missed the brush.
Well, yeah, I mean, that ward doesn't do a lot. I would just take it as an opportunity to... Uh-oh.
Okay, well, we're going extremely deep for this one. It still works, though. It's still REVI. The question is, can they trade back on this? Is the flash ult from Owner? It's not going to do a whole lot, but keeping Lucid around. Beryl in a rough spot, but he's Braum, and now Perry is going to go down. And all of a sudden, DK begins to win this fight. Doran gets ulted by Shiu, who comes out of left field, essentially.
And this play still worked out.
Just kill Faker and force T1. And they're like, oh, we don't want to kill Braum. And then they just expend everything to go way too deep. And DK immediately, because, you know, it kind of felt like T1, they were slowly but surely winning the early game. It looked a little bit like game 2. You know, they're getting all the objectives. Nice timing there, actually.
What?
But Shiu flashed in the wall. This guy is insane. And, you know, with Showmaker coming up, nice charm. Bit of damage in, the Malignus ticking, but okay. Engage Braum. Beryl getting in. The rest of the team joining in. DK going crazy. What are they doing? I don't know.
Not a lot.
Giving a free turret to Doran? Question mark?
Yeah, Shiu is indeed kind of crazy. That was a sequence of plays, but it was all for the greater good. If they get a kill there as well, bust the turret, I think they're going to be feeling a lot better, because now they did. In these few fights, that has been the case. Now, feats are dead even. We are one objective away for either team. It's going to be the Dragon in about a minute, and I think that might be where the game ends up. Not necessarily decided with how it's been going thus far, but...
Step on the chompers. There's the charm. Lucid just totally wide on that one, and he might get punished for it. Everybody's flashing away now. Aiming, nearly getting sniped there with 3rd bullet, but he will.
The only thing T1 used there was ult cooldowns, which they will all have available back when the fight starts.
That's a charm. That's a Rip Herald, and yeah, Owner's right there to try to punish it. Beryl in a bit of trouble, but he is Braum. And now Lucid, ooh. If the Q hits, I mean, you got rockets flying, you press an R button, but Guma still has
That's 2 ults.
His flash.
Yeah, sums are available. Owner doesn't have his ultimate, crucially, so keeping Lucid out of the pit might be hard. Doran on the flank does get spotted.
All right, let's see how it goes. Lucid looking for the flash. Can he get it? Yes, he will! Lucid picks it up. denies the dragon. Now they're turning on a Doran, and the counter-strike can only do so much. He gets extremely low, and the rocket gets the reset. Ingo's aiming, he is chasing them down. He's got a frontline, very nice ult here from Faker, but it's not enough. It will just block the door, but Keria is not long for the world either. It is a massacre. T1 are just running away. They lose the dragon, they lose the feats of strength, and DK, they find all the angles.
Everything goes wrong there, Valdez. If you get the dragon, you give him the kills. I think you say worth getting soul point, mountain. That's going to feel amazing against the upfront burst of this comp. Are they going to get off?
I said before, you know, just get some resets, get a dive going. There's really not much that T1 can do to stop this. Maybe use the Bard ult to buy some time. I'm not sure, because DK are just begging T1 to step up to give any angle at all. And Barrel's just going to hold up the door. Lucid will get away and not expend his Arakan buff.
Ideally, you just want to get an R off, and then if you die, it's, you know, who cares? Might go for it here.
I don't know if he gets his R off, though, as, yeah, he's rooted in well, yeah, okay. There's the revive. In goes you. Very nice engage, actually, but the follow-up is non-existent. Bit of damage on Aguma, though. They got Guma, and that is the most important part, as everybody else just gonna maybe go down. Owner nearly burning. Not gonna happen, so they got Guma. So Leandre's Void should be, he's gonna be the guy that's chewing through it. Looking for Guma here. He is going to be caught for now. Flashes the Poppy ult, just gets away from it entirely. Lucid, you can always rely on this guy, and down will go the T180 carry. Lucid, I just said we can rely on you. Please don't just immediately die. Okay, he's just dead. And Showmaker probably dead as well. There you go, T1, a couple of big picks. And Baron is about to spawn. And so is that Mountain Drake.
Go in. Just to pick on Guma was great. But DK can't help but overchase.
He was running through the T1 jungle looking for the flank. That's the only reason
drifting!
That's the only reason he was in that position at all. That's just...
Who does that?
This guy is a madman.
Okay, TP is forced. This is the moment, T1 looking for a collapse.
Oh, Bardol's gonna miss. And I think for DK, all you gotta do is find Guma. The issue, though, is if you get Guma, like, yeah, you got a sums and everything, but as you mentioned before, it's really Faker and Doran who are kind of the hyper carries in this comp. So you can't expend everything to get T1 Baron. This is a DK Baron, but now there is vision.
No flank this time. You imagine that DK is going to be looking for the turn.
We'll see how it goes. Doran going very far forward into the Braum. As they get the lockdown there on Adoran, and that frontline owners just burst 100-0. That's Guma's doing some nice work, but there is the ult from Faker, gets it, but look at aiming. He's totally untouched the entire time. Aiming gets the reset. Guma is alone, and he is dead. And there you go, DK take a huge fight.
Still contemplating as well. Chiu ended up going down in that extended fight as well. They, at the very least, will be able to get the inhib. We'll see if they're actually choosing to push on. Can also, and I think should, back off, get that dragon. Looks like that's going to be the case.
Of these objectives, like T1 do not. There's not a lot of good ways to get his flash. Really, Keria's got to, like, yeah, they're going to start it. I mean, they've got a lot of damage with the Azir especially. They've got Jhin very safe positioning here. DPSing literally with his ult. Beryl is, though, here in the front line, and there goes the Jax! And the smite is early from Owner. It's desperation for T1. Down goes the Jax. Will T1 get away? Oh, the charm hits Faker. The max range. Did they go too deep, though, is the question. There's the GA, though, for the Vi. I think it's enough here for DK. They get a couple of kills. They get an excited Jinx. And they want this game. They want this series right here, right now.
No one saw it but Atlas, but we are on the verge of a DK win.
Oh, Beryl. The engaged Braum.
The flash to Q.
Guma doesn't even flash or cleanse, but I don't think it matters. The beams aside, it looks like DK, they should be able to take it down. Guma can't clear the waves, especially not on Jhin. Keria, they take down the Vi, and that is all they will get as Dplus Kia takes the 2-1 victory over T1 tonight.